Hey everyone, my name is Eric and this is your daily dose of hope. We're going to start this one off with a little wisdom from Bob Goff. Bob is an extremely popular speaker and author, and he recently said this. He said on a podcast, God isn't dazzled when you go across the ocean. He's wowed when you go across the street. He just wants you to do it right where you are. In other words, God doesn't need all of us to go across the ocean to be missionaries, right? He needs us to carry out the great commandment, to love Him with all our heart, mind, and soul, and to love our neighbor as ourselves right where we are, right? Most of us, we just need to do it right where we're planted. Love people in our schools, at our jobs, in our church, just the people around us in our neighborhoods. But I thought about that. He said, God is wowed when you do that. And I thought, is that true? And that's what was on my mind this week as I was reading from Matthew 26. And it's the story of Jesus just a few days before he's going to be crucified and betrayed. And he's with the disciples at this house. And there's a woman that comes in and she dumps oil, expensive oil and ointment all over Jesus' head. And the disciples are not happy about it. So like, that's a waste of money. We could have used that for something better. But I pick it up in verse 10. This is what Jesus says to the disciples. He says, "Why do you trouble the woman? For she has done a beautiful thing to me. For you always have the poor with you, but you will not always have me. In pouring this ointment on my body, she has done it to prepare me for burial. Truly I say to you, wherever this gospel is proclaimed in the whole world, what she has done will also be told in memory of her." And after I finished reading this, it also made me think of the story of the widow's mite in Mark 12, where this widow, there's people with a lot of money giving a bunch of money to the temple, but here comes this woman, this widow, with just 2 small coins that have no monetary value. And she puts them in, and Jesus is moved by that. Why is he moved? Because she gave all that she had. And so here's 2 stories that we still read about today in the Bible. One of a woman putting oil on Jesus' head, another one of a woman putting money of no value into the offering. And it made me think as I thought of that, you know what? I think Jesus is wowed by those acts, that God is wowed when we just go across the street, because those are like 2 great examples of that. It also made me think of one recently. There's a woman in our church, Connie, and Connie, I know you listen to this, but every single week she makes cookies for the volunteers and the workers down at the care center. And sometimes she makes them for our staff here too. And I just thought, man, I bet Jesus is wowed by that. Here's my point, and here's what I want us to take away from that. I think sometimes we get caught up in, well, I'm not set to be a missionary, or I don't have a lot of money, or I don't have a lot of resources, or I don't have a big title to my name. And what Jesus and what God is telling us is that doesn't matter, right? Just do things where you're at with what you have. Be faithful with what I've given you, even if it's just little things, or what seems like little things, like oil or a small offering or cookies, right? That those things wow Jesus. And so that's my encouragement to you this week. Be faithful with the little things that you have and make Jesus say, wow. Have a great week.